Some of those rooms look empty. No one's just gonna put
Put it in context.
But they didn't have pretzel there. Yes.
I have. Hold on.
Smile, you two. Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right.
Gun show. You didn't get the gun show.
Do it.
Just kidding.
Do it.
No.
Got it.
You can pull off. Like people in it, or
No, there's people in it.
those boats that aren't
Every
moving?
boat looks. Well, not big hot boats, they're people's boats.
I thought they'd be prop boats for them to shoot the camera.
That's all made out of wood. Shovel, they shove it down there. Well, they shove it down there. Shove it in that area. Yeah, they have it covered. Yeah, it rolls down. This is what would make you kind of where they wanted to go. Down, high level.
That's the Lions Bridge. St. Augustine. We're at the Castillo de San Marcos Fort. St. Augustine. Ooh, that breeze feels so good. Look at that bridge way over there. Y'all can't see it good, but way out there, there's a floating bar. It's like a round cabana with a top, you can see it, but people are sitting around it, getting off of boats at it, and it's just floating around in the water.
Yeah.
I zoomed in and seen it. You can see it out there. It's crazy.
I thought you were talking about that thing flying in the air until you said it was.
But that, no, that's, yeah.
That looks like it perfectly. Looks like someone in the
Oh, wherever he went, he's gone.
Cannon fire.
still standing. How is it still what dinner?
Hold on, babe.
Yeah, it's just round and round.
I thought you wanted to play golf later.
Go ahead.
The boys can come back here. I can't see that.
Folks, you need to open up because if they can't get in, we can't fire.
John, can we get a little spot for Miguel up here?
Who's Miguel?
Sit over here.
Is he coming? Where's Miguel?
Yeah. Stand right over here. And we still need it open. We got more coming.
Right here in front of me, Phoenix, so you can be able to see.
2 more times.
They stopped doing it like years ago.
Miguel, I have something for you. This is for you.
Are they going to see that right there?
You need to have it open here. There's 2 more coming. Here they come now. He's the one that's going to actually fire us. Folks, could you move aside, please? Now we need 1 more. We really need him because he has the gunpowder on him.
I can't wait to see this.
Otherwise, we'll all have to yell out. It's okay to shoot me with a knife, but not a cannon.
Not right.
Tape for 1 near the water. Yes. Okay, we like all the short people up front. Right there. Yeah. Line up front to the rope so you can see. You can't see way back there. All these tall ones.
Dad, I can't see.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, part of your National Park Service, and our weapons firing program for you today. Before we start with the firing demonstration, there's some safety guidelines I'm required to go over for both your safety and the preservation of this old fortress. First of all, of course, this is the oldest stone fort in the continental United States. Construction began on this building October 2nd, 1672. Making this place close to 350 years old. For the history of the United States, that's pretty significant. And it's made out of a local native shellstone found on an island across the bay called Coquina. Builders of this place have described this rock falling apart in their hands while putting this building together. Here we are in the year 2023. We get close to 800,000 visitors a year touring this building, and it is your entry fee that goes into the preservation and upkeep of this structure. One of the many challenges of the National Park Service and our Masons team is how do we keep a building made out of seashells in one piece and accommodate 800,000 people? One of the first things we decided to ask out of the park staff, the volunteers, and all of you is to help us by not climbing, sitting, or standing on these shellstone walls. The less contact we have with the original stone, the longer we get to see the original stone work. So once again, folks, those of you still sitting on the walls, please no longer sit on them from this point on. Thank you very much. And everyone here up front for this firing demonstration. This is a full-scale replica cannon. We are using real black powder for this program. So for our safety as well as yours, please stay behind that fence until we say everything is safe at the end of the program. And when we call for you to cover your ears, please do so because this cannon will be very loud. If you have any small children with you, please make sure they cover their ears or cover their ears for them when the time comes. And based off the way the wind is blowing, right now it looks like those of you in this general area, when the gun goes off, there'll be a big white cloud of smoke. It'll hit right for you. Take a big deep breath, find out what history smells like as well. Now that all that stuff is out of the way, the weapon we're about to fire. Historically, this cannon was just called a 6-pounder iron gun. And all that means is the cannonball weighed 6 pounds. The ball was the same size as a baseball. It was made out of solid iron. And when it hits a target, there's no explosion. But this cannon could throw a baseball-sized cannonball about as far away as that lighthouse. 1.5 miles away, downrange. But as you explore the fortress, you'll find larger cannons. 16-pounders, 18-pounders, 24-pounders lining that wall over there, and a 32-pounder down there at the seawall. The larger weapons of this fortress could throw their respective size shots up to 3 miles downrange. Hitting a target at that distance is a little easier said than done, but they are capable of throwing those shots that far away. And just try to imagine being in an enemy campsite on that barrier island, or sitting on an enemy ship offshore, and you hear that sound of gunfire, and see the splash in the water, or see that cannonball bouncing across the beach. If you're out there, and that is happening, these people don't have to hit their targets. Because the closer you get to this place, the more accurate and the more destructive these weapons become. So because the fort has cannons, the enemy has cannons, there's ships and soldiers downrange, there's soldiers defending this building, it's time for everyone to sit around and wait and see what happens. And that is what a siege is called. Both sides sit to see who can last the longest, who can run out of food and water first. If the enemy blockade does its job downrange, supplies cannot come and go. But the job of this fortress really wasn't to hit those targets. If you throw enough cannonballs down out across the bay, the ships are going to keep their distance. If the ships keep their distance, your boats can keep coming and going. As long as this fort stays supplied, it'll continue to fight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, while this rock is very fragile up close, there are parts of this building where these outer walls are over 10 feet thick, and a time period before cannonballs ever blew it. It'll take an awful lot of shots to make this wall fall down, and the people defending this place would run out of food and water long before the wall collapses. So the job of this place was to see how long it could survive. And survive is what it did. Our records about this building under combat speak for themselves. The fort has fallen under attack. Ships and soldiers have surrounded the city. Men, women, and children have taken shelter within these walls for weeks at a time. Gunfire, cannon fire has hit the side of this place. But every attack on this building has failed. And every time this building changed hands from one nation to another, that was due to talks and treaties that took place far from here. And ladies and gentlemen, for today's presentation, we are dressed to represent Spanish soldiers that must protect St. Augustine. I'm one of the park rangers. The rest of the crew, they're volunteers. We have volunteers outside doing our range safety as well. It's because of the volunteer program that National Park Service is what it is. So please give our volunteers a hand for coming in. And ladies and gentlemen, the drill that we are about to perform pretty much represents how soldiers would have practiced, drilled, and trained together. This is not something you would see in combat. A well-trained artillery crew, when they are ready to fire their weapons and ready to encounter with the enemy, the gun crew just loads and fires as quickly as they can with shots happening in under a minute's time. To be able to do that, there has to be a lot of practicing. So what we are showing you right now is a practice drill that they would have used. Once again, folks, while you visit with us, please help us preserve the fort by not sitting on its walls. I hope you enjoy this presentation, and we will let you know when it is time to cover your ears. Thank you.
Don't be scared, they're not going to shoot you. They're not shooting at you, so don't be scared. Nothing to be afraid of. Okay, I'll try. We should get on with it. You don't have to cover your ears yet.
Ma'am, do you mind moving a little bit to the right? Thank you.
Return, like return. Attention, little naughty, tap it up and go.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
Pass the little naughty off, Kenny off. Turn, naughty, still the guard. Cross to the second door, you over. Second door, still the guard. Trouble is second. Smoky, put your battery up, Kenny out. And the other battery up. Smoky, barrel the butchery up. Coming up, we're going. Coming up, para fuego. Para fuego, out, Katie, up. Alto. Stop for the major. Cover your ears! Fuego!
Woo!
Para fuego, lugar.
Woo! Yep. Bravo!
Oh, no one's dead. Are they tying it back up?
Yep, they're pulling it back now. Yep, that was cool. No, nobody's dead. They were-
Dead.
Oh, deaf. Yeah, nobody's deaf. Hey, look, there's that thing. That floating bar. Are they gonna do it again?
This way, some guy made a little bar on the boat. Drives around selling
Yep.
stuff. That's illegal. You can't sell alcohol.
Maybe up here. He might have a license. I think they're gonna do it again.
Oh, I thought you were talking like a metal bar thing in the water.
No. A bar that people drink at.
Señores, vamos, ahora leave. Bueno.
Always good for talking till 3:30.
Okay. What time is it?
You control the bird.
Alright, they might not be doing it again.
Viva St. Augustine! Viva!
Woo!
That was the...
Alright, now. Let's come in between these. What?
That what this is?
This is their storage. Where they keep their groceries. And the barrels are for their water and beer and gunpowder and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Yep, sorry. Did go in here. Some doors, huh? Whoa. That's crazy. Sally Port door. Weighs more than I can carry.
That's good for 150 years. Looks like we're done. Just stand up there in the middle of the picture. Yeah, hurry up. Oh, by the cannon right here.
Yeah, by the cannon.
Act like you're gonna light it. Hold on to that stick. That's how they used to come pull it right up.
From on top of that. I know.
It's a different way, so we'll go that way. Go ahead.
No, I agree.
I wanted to immerse myself in the Disney.
I think so. Then also, like in the 90s, because I didn't have.
They didn't have over here. Restaurants in St. Augustine.
Closed.